What's up, y'all? This is Nelson, owner and chief Cabana Boy here at Cabana Boys Events. Welcome once again to the Cabana Boys Podcast. Thank you for listening. Today we have Isabelle Guarino. She is the CEO of RAL Academy, as well as the host of the Young Boss Podcast. So we'll chat more about what those two things are, a little bit about her personally. We'll do our normal two truths and a lie, maybe some fishbowl questions. But I do have a question first.
Tell me.
Isabelle, are you thirsty?
I'm always thirsty.
All right, let's break open the Cabana Boys cooler. Today we have some Becky personality juice.
I'm excited to try this.
That one,
go.
here, I'll trade this. This
you-
one's cold.
Oh, okay. Mine's
Oh,
kind
that
of
one's
cold.
cold too. Never mind. All right, we'll just trade it.
Okay.
Thanks so much for being here.
I'm excited to
So
be
just
here.
quick background. I was on Isabelle's,
Cheersies.
I was on Isabelle's podcast a few weeks ago, the Young Boss Podcast. So maybe let's start there. How did that, tell us about the pod.
Yeah. So the industry I'm currently in, residential assisted living, I'm dealing with a lot of older investors, and I love our clientele. I love working with them. But then I would go out into my regular life and everyone's my age or younger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my work life has no transition or translation to my real life. And I was like, but they were asking me about what I'm doing at work and how do I get there? And I just kept thinking, like, how can I kind of merge everything I've learned from all this incredible expertise that other professionals have given me because I'm in their world? How can I translate it to them, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, what if I start a podcast? What if I feature young CEOs, founders, entrepreneurs, and share insights I've learned over the years? So we have guests, we do solo episodes, and it's honestly just like a passion project, but it's been a lot of fun. And I think my goal would be to go speak at like colleges or high schools and just inspire people that if you have a dream or a passion in your heart, you don't have to go to college. You can go do that.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's a good message, especially nowadays since college costs like more than a house.
It's insane.
Yeah. It is crazy.
Yeah.
So you're in season 2 of the podcast, I think I saw.
We'll start season 2 on May 1st.
Okay.
Yep. So
Nice.
so you are one of our first episodes of season 2, which I'm
Let's go.
excited for.
Yeah, your studio is awesome. It has like a mural on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's super cool.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it there.
So, and then you're the CEO of RAL Academy. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it is a real estate seminar industry where we teach people how to own and operate residential assisted living homes for seniors.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like very niche.
Very niche. And well, it's very common here in Arizona.
Interesting.
We teach nationwide, but in Arizona, there's over 3,000 group homes in Maricopa County alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that because there's just like a lot of old people here?
There's a lot of older people, and we're such a real estate friendly state.
Yeah.
Like real estate investors love Arizona. And so this is one of those towns where you can make things work.
Right.
Airbnbs, assisted livings, whatever the case is.
So it's kind of like having a multifamily like property, but a single family home, basically.
Somewhat.
I watched your video.
Yeah, somewhat. So it's like you'll have, in Arizona, you can have 10 residents in a home. So it's a large home, right?
Yeah.
Typically like 5,000-6,000 square feet, but you're renovating it to have 7, 8, 9, 10 bedrooms, that many bathrooms as well. And each senior has their own bedroom, bathroom, 24/7 care, help with activities of daily living.
Yeah.
It's like Golden Girls on steroids.
Sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
So, but you teach, do you do that yourself?
Yeah, we
Okay.
own and operate 3 of them.
Okay.
But I mean, they're quite passive once you're really
Right.
into it. So I don't spend much time on that.
Do you have like a manager who like does the day-to-day at each one?
Exactly.
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they deal with all of that. I spend maybe 5 hours a week doing that. And then mostly what I do is teach other people how to do it.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
That's I feel like that's kind of like the model for a lot of successful people.
Yeah.
They like do it themselves.
Yep.
Create some success, create a program or a kind of a process on how to be successful, and then share that and monetize that.
Yeah, it is definitely a way that you can make money, right? We make a good chunk of change over there.
For sure.
And I also love it because we're in an industry that there's currently 1.3 million beds short. And the baby boomers are just coming into assisted living.
Yeah.
So there's a massive opportunity for everyone to get involved. So people are like, why would you teach on something when you could just corner the market?
Right.
I couldn't corner the market.
Yeah, you can't do it yourself. Yeah.
I could literally teach every person I come in contact with how to do this, and they could open 10 homes and we still wouldn't touch it. So it's a super open opportunity for anyone to take advantage of.
Yeah. I remember when I was growing up, my dad, one of his business partners, or maybe it was one of his friends, was the CEO of a company up in the Northwest that was assisted living.
Yeah.
Wasn't individual homes. It was like the big facilities.
Yes.
Let's just say that guy was doing very well for himself. Like, I went to his house a couple times and it was just like palatial. So there's a lot from a business perspective, like there's a huge opportunity there for you.
Huge opportunity. They say that the boomers hold 50% of the wealth in America, and they only represent 38% of the people. So they have more of the wealth, more of the real estate, more of everything.
Right.
And everyone talks about the greatest transfer of wealth. It's coming to Gen X, millennials. No, it's not. It's going to assisted living. Oh, wow. It's expensive to stay in assisted living. So if you want to be a part of this transition of the greatest wealth, you got to get involved in what they're getting involved in.
So this Cabana Boys podcast has now turned into people, my guess, convincing me to do things. I'm now an avid Becky drinker.
These are good.
Really good.
Really good.
I have personality now because of these. I'm now going to invest in assisted living.
You should.
I mean, shoot. What's next? Like, bring a tattoo artist on here, do a live tattoo session. That's actually, Ted, that's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
We should do that.
I love it.
Are you from Arizona?
I'm from upstate New York.
Okay.
Yeah. I've kind of lived all over though.
Yeah.
But I grew up here mostly. In New York, we came here. I lived in San Diego, DC, Arlington, Virginia, Miami, Orlando, Tulsa, Oklahoma, all over.
Wow. Yeah. You bounced around.
Yeah. But always come back to Phoenix.
Okay. So you settled here.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, it's a great place.
It's a great place. And you have a son. I have a son. It's a great place for kids.
How old's your son?
4 months.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I remember you said he was very new.
Yes. Very new.
That's awesome. So going back to the podcast.
Yeah.
You've had a handful of guests on through season 1 and season 2. What's been the most exciting or cool story that someone shared?
You know what's been the most interesting thing? I had a preconceived notion about what it took to be an entrepreneur or a CEO. I was very convinced that you had to be high risk tolerance. You had to be very driving. You had to kind of have somewhat of a plan and things figured out to a certain extent, right? Like you can wing things, but some form of I know where I'm going. Every guest I interview blows my mind because those things are not true for everyone. Some of these people I talk to, they're like, oh, I hate risk. I was not okay with risk at all when I did this. And I'm like, oh, really? How did you? Because to me, opening a business is jumping off the ledge. It's
totally
burning the bridge and saying, okay, we're doing this, but apparently it's not that for everyone.
It doesn't have to be.
And it doesn't have to be. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. And then not having a plan. Even you said that. You were like, I didn't really know what this was going to be. I didn't know what was going to happen. And you just went for it.
Yep.
And there wasn't this business plan. There wasn't this is my 5-year, 10-year, whatever. And so it was really interesting just to see how everyone has had such a different take on what it means to be a founder or a CEO.
Yeah. How do you define young?
Oh my God, I know. I get people in the DMs being like, can I come on the show? And then I'm like, sure, fill out this inquiry. And it's like, are you 35 and younger? And people are like, I can't come on the show. I don't qualify. I'm like,
show us your government issued ID.
Listen, I feel like I'm going to have to change it to young at heart because I'm now becoming an elder millennial, right? Right. We're from the 1900s, apparently. But I feel like in general, the other business world I'm in, everyone is a 60-year-old white man.
Yeah.
So I am young there.
Right.
And I'm a minority by being a female. And literally on these weekends where I'm in a mastermind or I'm at an event, I'm one of one.
Yeah.
I am the youngest and I'm the female.
Crazy.
So it became very apparent to me that this is a missing market, but also it's my superpower in those rooms.
Sure.
Because if there's another 60-year-old guy coming in who is brand new to business, they're not even going to notice him in the crowd. But me, they're all going to remember me. They're all going to want to talk to me, give me advice, help me out.
Great point.
It's been the best thing. People talk about how being a woman in business is terrible. It's the best thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's some downsides to it, but
Sure.
but there's a lot of upsides as well.
A lot of upsides.
Yeah.
You just got to play to them.
Right. That's interesting. Huh. Well, let's jump into some two truths and a lie.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
We don't know each other well.
No.
So this is a clean slate. I have no idea.
Do you have to think of 3 new ones every time?
I don't usually do it. Let's see if I have like a list.
Oh, you just want me to do it. Okay.
Let me see.
I mean, I'm ready.
We have a spreadsheet of all the times he's correct and wrong. So we're trying to keep it score. Okay, let's see. Let me think of a truth real quick. Why don't you go and I'll think of one.
Here's mine. Ready? Obviously, I run my own business. So I've had to fire my ex-husband.
Oof.
Being in senior housing, I've met a lot of people, and I've actually met the president.
Okay.
I used to do a bunch of other kids' homework in high school, and I made about $250 a week doing homework for other kids.
All right. So fired your ex-husband, met the president, and made kids cheat on their homework. Yikes. I'm going to say the lie is the first one.
No, I
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so let's clarify. So he was your husband?
Yeah, now he's my ex-husband.
But did those two things happen at the same time?
No.
Okay. All right. So
about a year apart.
Which came first?
The firing.
The firing, and then you all got a divorce.
And then the firing of the marriage.
All right. To be honest, though, did the firing of the employment kind of lead to the firing of the marriage?
No, but I mean, it's a snowball.
Yeah.
But no, that's not the reason.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, I'm not going to pry on the relationship part. But
that's okay.
What were like, you were the CEO and he was the co-CEO or?
No, he was like supposed to be what we call the integrator. So it's like running all the day-to-day for everyone and stuff. And he just wasn't, doing a great job.
He's like, I'm sleeping with the boss. Like, I don't have to do anything.
Pretty much.
Oh man, that had to have been hard though.
Yeah, but I have had to fire so many people. His mom, while she was my mother-in-law, that was a rough one. My brother, my uncle, my cousins, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, so many people.
Man, you sound cutthroat, Isabelle.
I mean, literally, I hate it. It's not fun.
No,
firing is the worst thing ever.
Yeah,
I literally posted a TikTok today of me like running away, and I was like, how I feel when someone says we need to make team cuts.
That's brutal.
It's the worst, for sure.
Okay, so you did fire your ex-husband.
Yeah.
President, or you just ran a Ponzi scheme on your classmates? I think that you have not met the president.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just felt like you had lived a lot of places.
There you go. See, it was a good one. I stumped you.
That was good. Good. All right. And then so you charge $250, or you like collectively $250?
Collectively, like throughout the week, I would make about $250 a week.
Was it like a per problem rate, per hour? Like, what was your business model?
Per project. So we would have different projects, and some of the school was very easy for me.
Well, how old was this?
In high school.
Okay.
Yeah. I probably did a couple assignments in junior high, but high school, I really got the business going.
I love that. Hey, you were like a young boss. Very young.
No, high school was easy for me. They'd do an assignment and be like, okay, this can be due at the end of the year. I'd do it that day and turn it in the next day. And my teacher would be like, it was due at the end of the year. I'm like, well, it's done. She's like, you didn't even learn the stuff. I'm like, I Googled it last night. What do you mean I didn't learn it?
Gosh.
I was just facetious. I was annoying like that. Like just too, I probably should have been in homeschool and I would have like finished in 2 years,
Were you like a valedictorian, like straight A type? Or?
I was straight A's, but I wasn't valedictorian.
Okay.
Yeah.
In my high school, everybody who got straight A's was valedictorian.
Oh, okay.
Because it was like unweighted. So like there was like 20 kids that got straight A's. I was one of them, but
then I would have been.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool, but I don't mean it to say like I was still fairly smart.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like I was just like taking the easiest classes and,
Yeah.
you know, just getting A's and, you know, underwater basket weaving or anything like that. But yeah.
Although that'd be a fun class.
It
I'm
would.
sure.
Hey, I mean, we did have pottery. I didn't take it, but we did have pottery in my high school. We did have architecture in my high school.
That's a good one.
I took that. That was like my focus.
That's a really good class.
Yeah, it was fun. So, all right, let's do some fishbowl questions.
Okay. I just pull them. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go.
We'll both answer.
If you were a professional wrestler, what would your stage name be?
Some of these questions, I don't know where they came from. I don't remember that one.
Oh my God. I would be Bella the Bull.
Bella the Bull. You just thought it out on the spot.
Yeah, because my dad always used to say I was a bull in a china shop. There we go.
What's the saying? Like, mess with the bull, you get the horns, or something like that.
There we go. That's my slogan.
Mess with the bull, Bella the Bull. I feel like I would be. This sounds like, I don't mean it to sound this way, and I've had 2 drinks, so I'm just going to say it, but I don't mean it to sound sexual, but I'd be Thor's hammer.
Thor's hammer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I don't like blonde.
Yeah, you could be a Thor.
I could pass. If I grew my hair out and like.
Yes. Halloween. There you go.
Got on like a lifting plan, you know.
Yeah. I like it.
I don't know if wrestling's my speed, though.
No, I wouldn't want to.
I saw a thing, there's like some celebrity wrestling thing on social media. One of those guys, he just makes like an appearance, and he like fractured his neck, like just for a one-time thing. It's like, that's definitely not worth it.
Not worth it.
You know, the stuff that they do, it is entertainment, and it's not like actually fighting,
right?
But it's very real in
Yes.
terms of like the physical demand that it
it's
takes.
super taxing on them.
Yeah, it's no thanks.
Yeah, not for me.
We actually have a former Cabana boy. He was here in Scottsdale. He moved to Miami. He transferred. He was a high jumper at ASU, and he transferred to University of Miami to jump there. And I saw that he posted on his Instagram that he was like in the like WWE like incubator program, like the Rising Stars program.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, please don't. I don't want you to get hurt.
Yeah. He probably would. He probably will.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Let's do some more. I feel like we've had this one, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Would you rather sit in a room for 2 hours blindfolded with a snake or a tarantula?
Tarantula.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because it's smaller. So the odds of it getting to me in 2 hours.
You're in a closet. To clarify what kind of room it is.
I was thinking like this room, I could stay safe for 2 hours. I'm still going to go tarantula.
Yeah. What if it's a poisonous tarantula, but it is a like garden snake?
Well, you didn't clarify that.
That's true. Okay, so it's a
I was thinking like a thick, like Britney Spears around the neck,
Anaconda.
right? Anaconda. Yeah. He's just around the room.
It's crazy to me that people like die from anacondas and like big snakes like that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they move so slow. I mean, I've never been around one, so I don't know. But
they can be quick. Yeah. They can be real quick.
Really? It sounds like you have some experience.
Well, I like lived in Arizona for,
With anacondas? We have anacondas here?
No, we have snakes, and snakes are fast.
Well, but like rattlesnakes are fast. But I'm talking about like the 20-foot long, like huge python.
I would just assume if they're fast, they're still fast. I don't know. That's like a lion. You see them and you're like, oh, they look so slow and sleepy, but then they're like, rah, and they are quick.
True.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
We just don't know because we don't watch them in action all the time.
The last guy was on it, Eric. He's like, yeah, I love going to Brazil. I'm like, dude, I don't want to go there with snakes and stuff like in the Amazon.
Not the Amazon. But like
on the
city.
beach, the beach would be nice.
Yeah, on the beach, for sure.
My answer, if I was sitting, all right, I'm sitting in a 20 by 20 foot room. It's like a, what's it called? When you're in jail and you've done something really bad. Solitary confinement.
Solitary.
Yeah, you're just like sitting in a room like this.
Okay.
I would say, I actually would go snake.
Okay.
Because it like, I feel like you could feel it sooner.
Oh.
If it was like crawling up your leg,
Okay.
and I'd like kick it off.
See, that's what I'm thinking with the tarantula. The exact same thing, but with the tarantula. I'm like, I'll kick it off and stomp on it.
All right. Well, hopefully we never get in
I'm
that
also
situation.
thinking kind of like Jungle to Jungle. You know that movie back in the day?
No.
Oh my God, you need to go watch it with Tim Allen, I think. Yeah. And he finds
Jungle
out
to Jungle?
Jungle to Jungle. It was like number two, Jungle to Jungle.
Oh.
Oh my God, you got to go watch it. Classic.
Okay.
He finds out he has a son. The son lives in like a tribe somewhere. He goes, picks up the son and brings him to like New York City or Chicago or wherever he lives. And the kid brings a tarantula. So growing up, I thought it would be fun to have a tarantula pet after this movie.
You said Tim Allen?
Tim Allen.
So I'm assuming it won an Oscar then.
I don't know about that, but it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I'll have to check that out.
It's a classic.
All right, let's try another one.
Okay, here we go. Okay, what is your favorite type of cheese and why?
Ooh. All right, I have a weird answer to this one.
Okay, go first.
All right, so I've been eating plant-based a lot lately.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Cheese.
Yeah, cheese doesn't align with that. I'm not like super strict.
Okay.
And pizza last week, like I'm
Okay.
not a total weirdo, only a little bit. But they do make some pretty good plant-based cheeses. And I know that sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Like people are probably turning off the podcast right now. But there's this one type of cheese. It's called Violife, and they make it in cheddar slices or provolone slices.
Okay.
It's like good.
Okay.
It's like I really like it.
So it's sliced cheese.
Yeah, but then there's also another brand. What's it called? It's like Miyokos or something like that. It's only a cheese brand, whereas like Violife like makes other stuff.
Okay.
But Miyokos is like, excuse me, it's focused on making more like artisanal cheeses, but plant-based.
Okay.
So they make a plant-based mozzarella cheese, but it's in a bottle, and you like pour it on pizza.
Oh.
It looks weird,
Yeah.
but it's really good.
Okay, my youngest brother is a vegan, so I'll have to let him know.
Yeah, sounds like a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great guy. He makes the best, actually, a vegan mac and cheese, and it is
There you go.
fire.
Yeah.
It is.
People talk smack, but
No, there's some good food.
That's good stuff.
There are some good vegan food. I'm not a hater, but I just would need like a private chef in-house to do it for me.
So that's the hard thing. And it's not the vegan community's fault.
No.
And it's not your fault or anyone's fault. It's the standard American diet.
Yeah.
Which we could fill up the next 15 minutes on it. But like everybody's used to certain types of food because of our society.
Yeah.
Right. And so I just saw something on social media today that's like, it's so much easier to go through a drive-through and get a horrible for you double cheeseburger than it is to like go home and have like
make the food,
a bowl with whole grains and vegetables and that kind of stuff, which like say what you want about, Buddha bowls, like the cheeseburger, in my opinion, is not very good.
Yeah.
Whereas the stuff at home is going to make you feel better, be much healthier. But that's just the diet for Americans.
So if we all had a private chef, I think that we could convert a lot more people to become 100% vegans.
My wife and I actually had an idea to start a Buddha bowl restaurant.
Yeah, you should.
Where it's just like plant-based stuff, very good.
We don't have enough plant-based here
we don't.
In AZ.
Phoenix is good compared to a lot of the cities in the US.
Yeah.
But it's not as good as like Portland and LA and
Denver even. Yeah. Literally this one time I was at a work event in Mason, Ohio. And that's like the land of only chain restaurants. So you're just like, where am I going to eat? And I travel a lot for work, like 33 weeks out of the year.
Oh, wow.
So oftentimes I find myself in that situation and I'm like, oh God, okay, what can we get? Right. I went for coffee in the morning and I'm like, okay, can I get oat milk? They were like, oat milk?
They didn't even know what it was?
I almost died. I was like, wait, it's 2023. Like at that time, gosh. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean oat milk? And they were like, we have 2% or whole milk. And I was like,
they don't even have non-fat?
They did not have almond milk. They didn't have any of these options. And I was like, I felt like, oh God, I'm looking so West Coast right now. Like I can't drink real milk.
That's insane.
Yeah, pretty bad.
I went to a conference in my old job in College Station, Texas.
Yeah.
And I wasn't eating like plant-based at the time, but I was eating very clean.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find anything to eat.
No.
And then I like got drunk that night and had like quesadillas and stuff, which is like totally up the alley for that area. But it's tough. Like different areas of the country are just like,
there's literal food droughts.
I was scrolling through Instagram and I got stuck on one of those like top, I think it was, what is every state known for?
Oh, okay.
In terms of food.
Yeah.
Can you guess what Arizona's is?
What are we known for in terms of food?
Like if there's one food, the one food per state, if that makes sense.
Like I feel like the lame answer would be tacos, but is that?
No, it's not it.
Yeah.
It's a Sonoran hot dog.
What?
Yeah. So it's like a hot dog with like pinto beans and like onions and
I'm not a hot dog girl though.
Me neither at all. But you know what Florida's is?
What?
My wife's from Florida. The Publix sub.
Publix sub? But Publix is fire.
Publix is really good. But like to have that as like the
main state food, that's embarrassing.
Exactly.
That's embarrassing.
Mississippi was gas station fried chicken.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Actually, I was in New Orleans once at a friend's house. His mom brought us home fried chicken. And I was like, oh my God, this is like good. I don't really eat fried chicken like that. I'm like, this is so good. Like you're at someone else's house. You're going to eat whatever they give you.
Right.
She's like, I got it at the gas station. I was like,
there you go.
No.
Oh
Louisiana though, but it was good. It was actually good.
I'm from Oregon. Pear and blue cheese ice cream.
What? Did you eat that when you lived there?
No, not at all. There's a restaurant or a ice cream shop there called Salt and Straw.
Yes.
And they make like very unique types of ice cream.
Lavender.
So that's where it came from. Like the idea. But I'm like, no, that's not like the food that like Oregonians are known for.
No. Also, they're bringing a Salt and Straw here.
Are they really?
Yes.
Where?
Don't know, but I saw it on
Tell me.
Instagram. Okay.
I'm going to go.
Because when I lived in San Diego, they had one and it was line out the door every day.
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Jenny's. Have you been there?
Yes, Jenny's is
really good.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Let's do
Not vegan, but
They have some vegan options.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I retract my statement.
Ooh, this is actually, this is perfect for you.
Okay.
What's the funniest / best piece of advice you'd give to your younger self? Because you're the young boss.
Yes, there we go. The best piece of advice that I'd give myself. It's not funny though. I gotta think
fine.
funny.
No, that's fine.
I think the best piece of advice I've ever heard in my life is no one cares about you as much as you care about you. I think that is so valid because everyone walks around thinking, oh my God, I said that. Are they thinking about it? Oh, did I offend this person by saying that?
Yeah.
Should I post this? What does this look like?
Right.
No one gives an F about you. Okay. They don't. They're thinking about their own self.
That's so true.
And as soon as you realize that, it's really freeing. And then you can just like live your life. And if people love you, they love you. If people hate you, they hate you. Who cares?
We did a recent podcast with Clayton from The Bachelor.
Yes.
And he had heard some advice that he like lives by now. And Ted, you maybe can help me out here. It was like, if somebody has something to say about you and they don't have your phone number, it shouldn't matter.
Ooh.
It was like, if you have a problem with me, call me. And if
That's
you don't
right.
have my number, you don't know me enough.
If you have a problem with me, call me and tell me.
Yeah.
If you don't have my number, then it doesn't matter.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because
pretty good.
I don't know, now that you are doing this podcast and everything is going on for you, you're going to get obviously a lot more haters.
So it's funny you say that. So like 2 days ago, we posted, I was doing a photo shoot and like my social media manager is like, do you want to be in a TikTok? I was like, yeah, sure. And it was like me like lip syncing something. And then like one of our girls was like making a drink and it was fine.
Yeah.
But one of the like comments on it was like, this post would get a lot more views if that guy would take off his shirt and show his little belly. And I'm like, now I'm like laughing at it, but at the time I'm like belly, no.
Yeah. Yes. I feel like we get a lot of hate because we're talking about seniors online. So I get like a lot of like, you're taking advantage of people. Screw you, lady. Right. We had a video. I was on a podcast out in Vegas. They clipped the video kind of wrong and it's whatever. It happens.
Yeah.
1 million views and every comment was hating so negative. And
brutal.
I was like, I can't wait to get a video with 1 million views. And the first one we got, boom. And I'm just scrolling for like 2 hours being like, do I even respond to these? Like, what do I do? And so it's just, as now it's happened like 3 times. We've gotten 3 videos with 1 million views that are negative. And it's like, it's okay, because then we'll get a video that has 1 million views with positive. And it's like, you just have to, just have to know, like, whoever is not willing to look into what was said, actually watch the show, the context, who cares? Like, their opinion does not matter. Like Clayton said, they don't know you. They don't have your number.
Yeah. That's great advice.
Leave it.
Yeah. All right. So we're about at time.
Yes.
But I want you to tell everybody where they can find RAL, Young Boss.
I know we've got a lot going on. Okay. RAL is on all social medias at RAL Academy. Cool. Young Boss is the Young Boss Podcast on pretty much everything.
Nice.
And I'm the Isabelle Guarino on Instagram. So give us a follow, give us a like.
Isabelle, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks y'all for listening. Leave us a rating and review to help us grow the show. Tell your friends, and we'll catch y'all soon.
Thank you for listening to the Cabana Boys Podcast. Please like and subscribe to get new episodes as they're released. Write to the show by sending an email to thecabanaboyspodcast@gmail.com. You can find the video version of the show on YouTube at the Cabana Boys YouTube channel. The Cabana Boys and all other related brands are also on Instagram and TikTok at Cabana Boys Podcast, The Cabana Boys, The Cocktail Cowboys, and The Cocktail Boys. This has been a T-Door production.